Hello, would you like some tea?
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, I'm here with my wife, whose favorite companion and doctor team are returning today. And so we are together going to rank all of the episodes they've appeared in prior to the Star Beast. If this video does well, we'll do a return video where we take this ranking and we add in
The return video.
we'll add in the new 3 episodes that they're going to be
specials.
in. The new specials. Star Beast. I've already Wild Blue Yonder and The Giggle. I was like, it's a W. What W is it?
Other than the Star Beast, I didn't know any of the other ones.
Well, there you go.
Thanks, dear.
So I guess let's just get stuck in. The Runaway Bride. You've seen this once. How many years ago?
A few years ago at this point.
3 years ago?
Yeah. But I would say that one for me, falls into good.
It's good.
Yeah. I think it's good for, a special.
It's like frivolous Christmas fun. The thing about this one for me, when I was younger, I didn't like it at all because I didn't like Donna in it. I didn't like Donna until 2008. I had a journey with Donna.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but see, when I watched this, I had to go through... see, you had, years and breaks between the insufferable Rose and Tenness and then the Martha-ness. I got all of that back to back. So I suffered through Rose, was disappointed by their treatment of Martha, and then finally I got someone who was shut up, David
Rose
Tennant.
and Martha, but yes, this was the break between them, is the one companion of Ten's who isn't in love with him.
Yeah, I know. That's why I really that's why it falls into good for me. Because I was like, finally, someone doesn't want to make out with this guy.
I don't feel strongly enough about it being okay to put it in good. So we'll do that. Now we have Partners in Crime. So this is the one...
So this one, you're going to be surprised by my answer for this one. I'm going to put it in fantastic. You want to know why? Greatest scene. The single greatest Ten and Donna scene that I love so much.
The windows.
That's spoofed all the time.
Here's the thing. I was going to say it
funny.
has to at least be fantastic because I don't care about anything else. It has the scene in the windows. It doesn't matter.
It's a meme. It's everything.
Yeah. It doesn't matter how good or bad your episode is if you have the scene where they're in the windows.
It's the best scene.
Because that's so good that it automatically elevates the rest of the material, even if it is weird and about diet pills and has admittedly adorable little fat aliens. Yeah, okay, fantastic, works for me.
Yeah. And then even at this point there's a lot of changes in Donna's character already.
Giving her Wilf.
Yeah.
That's what did it for me. I was just like, oh, okay. I get this character now. As a kid, I was dreading Donna coming back. Because I liked Rose with 9.
Yeah.
And I found Rose with 10 a bit insufferable. And I, as a kid, liked Martha, but also was just kind of annoyed that she was in love with the Doctor. I wasn't old enough at the time in 2007 to fully digest how that character was kind of treated poorly by the narrative as well in other ways. But I was already annoyed by this trope, and then Partners in Crime immediately sets up the relationship between Ten and Donna that was just such a breath of fresh air. A bit like how Bill was a big breath of fresh air after 2.5 years of Clara. Fires of Pompeii. We watched this recently. You're making a face?
There's nothing, bad about Fires of Pompeii. I don't think it belongs in, bad or anything. But,
any of these?
Some of the...
Maybe...
It's just, there's some of the supporting characters that I just don't really like. And I'm not talking about the family, although I'll be honest, I don't care about them very much. I just mean like the bad guys.
The son and the daughter are annoying. You mean the taxi driver from the first episode of Sherlock, which you haven't seen Sherlock, but that is
I have seen
everyone
Sherlock.
you've seen Sherlock?
I've seen Sherlock, but I saw Sherlock once a million years ago. But I feel like what I don't like about the episode is just how over the top the villains are.
The lava monsters in the volcano is very wow, guys. But
Well, even just the guy who does all the yelling, I can't remember his name right now.
Lucius Petrus Dextrus.
Yeah, I hate that guy. I hate that character.
You know why he's called that, right?
No.
Petrus Dextrus. He's got a stone hand. Petrus Stone.
And that's
Dextrous
another reason why I hate him.
There's a lot of like Latin fun in this episode.
That's another reason why I hate him. It's just okay for me.
The family are taken directly out of Latin textbooks. Like there's a series of Latin textbooks that are about this actual family that lived in Pompeii that use this family to teach Latin, and that's the family. That's Caecilius's family.
Right. Sure. But I found the family also to be insufferable.
Okay.
I was like, what? So my thing about it is Donna wants to save somebody or whatever. And I guess when I came into it, I come with like the doctor's like peace of mind where he's like, it's a fixed point in time. We can't change it, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yep, that's fine. Let's go.
You Tory.
That's not
You're
what
agreeing
it is.
with the
That's
Time Lords.
That's not what I mean. I just... there are some... Okay, so when it's an episode with a historical event like that, I just don't care for it.
Can we put it in good?
Fine, you can put it in good.
I want to put it in good because I really love the just save someone scene. I really love the immediate effect she's having on the Doctor, and much as she did in Runaway Bride, which is a good point for Runaway Bride, she comes in and she gets the Doctor to stop with his Time Lord bullshit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is the function of Donna in terms of like the dynamic that makes me love
I
her
should
so
like it
much.
more because she's being the most Donna-y. But I just, the other elements in it, the vibes are off for me.
Fair enough. For me, I've always had a bit of a giggle at the water pistol taking out.
That's stupid. And then, and the fact that, pre-Amy Pond Amy is there.
Well, and pre-12th Doctor Peter Capaldi is there.
Yeah, I just...
And I guarantee you someone else in that cast is going to be in another Doctor Who thing down the line.
Yeah, okay, so I just hated it.
Speaking of, like, looking at Donna's trips in the TARDIS, you know, she's got these two sort of frivolous fun adventures. Then she goes to Pompeii, and then the next thing they do is they go to the fucking Ood slave planet, Planet of the Ood.
Yeah, but that one's a good one.
Oh, no, that one's a great one. I'm going to argue it for GOAT.
Oh, okay.
It's my first GOATed.
Okay.
I love Planet of the Ood. I love, like, Satan Pit and Impossible Planet. We've talked about before, you and me. You know, that's like my favorite 10 story. But that's like a regular story that isn't something like Midnight or Turn Left or Waters of Mars, which is really unusual Doctor Who episodes in terms of just like, we're doing a Doctor Who plot. Here's a bunch of monsters. And taking the Ood, who are just a vehicle to have like this scary army for the Beast in that story, and turning them into this heartbreaking,
yes,
honestly, exploited species.
Yeah, and honestly, it's got good spooky vibes too.
Yeah, they're frightening. The soldiers are frightening. It's a horrible situation. You're like, wow, Donna wanted to go on an adventure in space, and she goes to Pompeii, and then she goes here.
Yeah, she doesn't have a lot of luck.
It's like the worst time possible. I really love... Do you remember the scene with the god?
I do like the part where all the rich people get killed.
That's great.
I love that.
Tim McInnery. Lord Percy from Blackadder. Amazing in this. I love the guard who... He gets the crane thing to attack the Doctor, and he's just having the best time. He's so happy.
Yeah,
that
what was that guy's problem?
He's a sadistic freak. He's a monster.
He's like the least well-paid person here. He's just like the worst.
He loves his job. Yeah, so I'm gonna put that in goated unless you want to bump it down to fantastic.
No, that's good.
All right. So this has all these episodes separately for two-parters. Unless I have a strong opinion either way, I think we just put them both in the same tier.
Okay.
Like, I don't think there's any real difference in quality between Sontaran Stratagem and The Poison Sky. This is no situation, I think, where the first half is better than the second half, or vice versa.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on these? I think they're fine. I don't
feel strongly about them in any way.
As someone who likes when units show up, I like that this is the first time we have sort of a full unit story. You know, we've seen them earlier in the revival. This is the first time where it's like, this is unit. They know who the Doctor is. And we're going to name some of them. We're going to name drop the Brigadier. For some insane reason, we didn't just get the Brigadier in for this. If the Brigadier came in for this, that would bump it up a whole tier just for that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, knew who missed the boat on that one. I think this was the best Brigadier slot that they could have done. I'm sure there were production reasons why it didn't happen. Brings back the Sontarans. Martha's there. Martha gets cloned. Remember Martha's clone?
Yeah, I really don't like when they damsel Martha, you know?
Yeah. Also, Radigan is a little... I hate him. I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna say okay. Yeah. It's fun to watch. I love the stuff when Donna goes back home and sees her family again. I really love the bit where she says to the Doctor that she wants to go home, and he assumes that she's like leaving because this is what Martha had just done.
Yeah.
From his point of view, where she's like, "Oh, I want to go home," and so she's gone.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, okay, it's been fun, great." Go home. She's like,
I'll see you tomorrow.
She's like, I'll be back in 10 minutes. I just want to go see my parents, my mom and my granddad, and check on them. The Doctor's daughter. We haven't watched this in a while.
Let's say that was this season.
That.
It felt like it was before that.
Oh no.
I feel like I'm not a good judge for this one.
I like Georgia Tennant, and I like her performance in this. And obviously David Tennant really liked it too.
It's a little weird he married his daughter, but it's fine.
Well, she's also the daughter of, like, her casting in terms of, like, being the daughter of an existing Doctor's gotta be, like, a bit of a reference, right? Like,
yeah. So crazy.
You could have put her in any role this season. You picked that one. I think she's good. I've enjoyed the audios she's done.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like they've really sort of figured out that character in terms of something that could be ongoing beyond this episode. The half are boring. I kind of like the twist where you find out that, like, the civilization there have been around for like 5 days because they're all just like 2-hour-old clones, and they think they've been fighting this war for generations. I mean, I suppose they have from their point of view. It has been generations, but it's been like a week and a half. This
feels like the okay category again.
Okay again? Okay. Yeah, we've got this little okay stretch of Martha episodes in the middle of Series 4 where it's just like, it's okay. Unicorn and the Wasp. Maybe the best episode concept. Do we like the execution? Because I love the idea of the Doctor shows up and does an Agatha Christie mystery with Agatha Christie. I actually tend to really like the celebrity writer, and they're in an episode. Like, okay, the Shakespeare one's shit.
Yeah, no, that's not a good one.
And then they took Gareth Roberts, who wrote the Shakespeare one, and had him write this one. And
I think this one's better than the Shakespeare one.
Oh, this is better than Shakespeare. Because it's Christie, who I just prefer in terms of style, but certainly in a post Knives Out world, is this what we want from our Christie pastiches? Do we want, like, there's just sort of a lot it just sort of hits a bunch of Christie beats, like, oh, there's a secret thief. oh, like, everyone's got a secret. The Colonel can walk, actually. The son is gay, and we're gonna make some gay jokes about it.
Yeah, but I like the vibes.
The problem is the vibes are fun for this one.
Like,
and
the costumes.
And these performers are all really well suited to this sort of setting and material.
And I like their portrayal of, like, Agatha Christie's, like, real-life disappearance. And then she just kind of wanders back one day.
I just wish this wasn't written by the Turf.
Yeah, okay. I agree.
Do you want to throw it in okay?
Yeah, just put it in okay.
We're gonna put it okay. There's not gonna be anything in the bad category, I can tell you that now.
So Silence in the Library is fantastic. No notes, no questions.
Goated?
This time. Honestly, yeah.
Goated, Presence of River, auto-goated. Forest of the Dead, Presence of River, automatically goated.
I just remember watching them for the first time, and it was so spooky and, like, so good. Like, it's so good that you don't even realize that a second episode has started, because that's just, like, how flawlessly fit together the two-parter is.
That's the we binge Doctor Who effect. Also, we skipped all the really bad ones. This is, like, the only season where you have seen all of it at some point.
Because there wasn't anything bad to skip.
I didn't skip any
No
of the
doctors,
ones.
no pirates.
Well, and you've seen all of Jodie's episodes because they were coming out at the time when I got you into Doctor Who.
Yeah.
And
unfortunately, we didn't know they were bad until after you watched them.
No, Series 12 was out by the time... You know, I had my opinions, but I wanted you to be able to form yours because of all the discourse around it and...
Yeah.
You know... We're doing this now because we feel like we can sort of talk about Doctor Who positive. I don't like being negative on the internet.
Yeah.
I want to just talk about things I like.
I really like Jodie Whittaker, like, as the Doctor. It was more just, like, the lack of general direction in the show running that really was the problem.
I feel bad because I'm sure there's circumstances beyond anyone's control aside from someone at the BBC's, but I don't, you know, it's fine. We love Silence of the Library, Forest of the Dead. I know it's your second favorite Doctor Who story. Yeah.
The first one being Blink.
Oh, Blink?
I love Blink. It's the least David Tennant-y episode.
With David Tennant. I didn't mean David Tennant episodes. I meant episodes generally. Is your favorite not the Weeping Angels one with River and 5?
Oh no, that is
in Series
favorite.
5?
That is my favorite.
River and 11 in Series 5. Ugh. Bleh.
River, 11, and Weeping Angels. Yeah, that's kind of my vibe.
Yeah, but you prefer
I like a good monster.
Yes, that's enough. That was the thing that was missing for me in the Whittaker era more than anything else.
There wasn't a lot of good monsters, no.
No, when they used the classic monsters, they did good stuff, but...
Except for the Sea Devils.
We don't talk about that one. Alright. Midnight, I know you... Midnight's goated.
Okay, that's fine. I'm not gonna argue with you about it.
You're not gonna argue that...
No!
You don't have an argument for Midnight being bad. You're just like, listen...
I don't have an argument because,
Donna's not in it.
I don't really have... Like, I get it. Like, from I'm a film guy perspective. That's why you love it.
Nice. Hey.
I'm like a film bro, dude. And just the things that Russell's trying to say about, like, human nature. Yeah, I get it. Like, I get that that's strong. I'm just telling you that for me, as someone who just casually watches television, the vibes are off.
It's so spooky. It's so creepy.
I don't think it's creepy enough.
It's a creepy locked bus, like... They're all trapped in there with this thing, and it's people panicking and giving into their worst natures, and the Doctor is genuinely terrified and is...
But as an anxious person, yes, this is, like, my nightmare. Like, I get that the vibes are there. Like, as an anxious person, this would be my nightmare. But that's why I don't want to watch it.
Fair. Okay, alright.
I'm like, I don't want that. You can put it in Go.
I'll put it... Okay.
You can put it in Go.
Okay.
You can be a film bro. You can put it in Go. It's fine.
Okay. Turn left.
That's a goat.
Turn left is a go. We're recording this the night before the Star Beast comes out, and as part of our preparation, we rewatched the finale of Series 4, because you'd only seen it once a couple years ago. Turn left, just every time I think about Turn Left, I'm like, it's so good, and whenever I watch it again, I'm like, oh wait, it's better than I actually remembered.
Yeah.
Every time. It's so good. If you haven't seen Turn Left, why are you even watching this video? Go watch Turn Left. So, Stolen Earth, Journey's End. Did you find one half better? We finished watching these just over an hour ago. Do you have strong opinions? Because I'm going to say that I think Stolen Earth is stronger than Journey's End as a narrative.
Yeah, I was going to say that, but only because of Rose's jealousy in Journey's End. That was...
I was going to say that Journey's End does the thing which Russell always does, and I am admittedly kind of excited to have back in Doctor Who finales, where, so, the situation is incredibly horrible, everyone is lost, every, attempt using the technobabble to prevent the bad guy doing the thing has failed.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, Rose shows up at the TARDIS with the time vortex inside of her, or turns out the Doctor can turn the void back to suck all of the Daleks and Cybermen in, or, Donna has surprise gotten everyone to think about the Doctor, which turns him into some kind of deity, or in this case, Donna shows up with the Doctor's mind and is able to press keyboards in order to, break all the Dalek stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so, he does this Deus Ex Machina moment, and then the rest of the finale after the Deus Ex Machina is some kind of bad fallout from the Deus Ex Machina. Like, Nine has to regenerate in order to save Rose. The void thing, sucking everything into the void, means that Rose winds up in the other universe.
Yeah.
Martha's family don't spend that year being traumatized. Their timelines don't get reversed, and she leaves the TARDIS because of all the horror that she's experienced.
Yeah.
And also, Ten is just too obsessed with Rose to ever see her. And in this case, Ten has to wipe Donna's mind in order to save her, because otherwise she's gonna, explode from having Time Lord inside of her. Which, negates some of the Deus Ex Machina of it, but it also... The problem with Journey's End is it does wind up being, she's typing at a console. It's maybe the least visually interesting of those Deus Ex Machinas. Rose showing up in the end of Series 1 and opens the TARDIS doors, and it's just this bright glow behind her. And the glow in the eyes, and it's creepy, and it looks great, and you don't give a crap that this is kind of come out of nowhere, that this could happen specifically. In all of these, I do think the elements are slightly set up, but this is maybe the worst one of them, even though the consequences...
A little lackluster compared.
The consequence of wiping Donna's mind, heartbreaking.
Yeah, because it undoes all the character development that we've had.
And it's the worst possible thing to have happen to this character.
Mm-hmm.
Easily. It's the worst thing I can think of. It would have been better for her if she had died.
Oh my god. Well,
if
you
she
don't know
actually
that yet.
died? Well... It's gonna get reversed now. I suppose the better thing is this could get reversed, and I'm sure it's gonna get reversed because...
Timey-wimey.
Russell spends a decent chunk of Journey's End reversing the bad ending for Rose and giving Rose a happy ending.
Yeah.
So, this is why Stolen Earth, I think, the threat of the Daleks is so good.
Yes.
Julian Bleach's Davros is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Remains amazing. Destination Scar was a lot of fun, and Julian Bleach was a delight in that. Gosh, I want to, again, give me more Julian Bleach, Davros, please. Any form, do not care. I really love... Now, you've not seen any of the spin-offs.
Yeah. Because
one of them is a children's show, and we are not children. And so it just isn't... It's aiming a little lower than our normal age range. And then the other one, you just don't want to watch, Torchwood.
No.
But I love having the spin-off characters show up. As someone who didn't watch Sarah Jane Adventures, because when I watched Doctor Who, I was a kid, but I liked Doctor Who because it wasn't necessarily a kid's show. Mm-hmm. I also did not watch Sarah Jane Adventures when I was at the age that I might have enjoyed it at all. but I did watch Torchwood, and it was very thrilling having those characters here. So I'm going to put Stolen Earth and Fantastic, because everyone's there. There's really good stuff for everyone. Wilf with the paintball gun.
Yeah.
Getting the Dalek, and then the Dalek melts the paint off. Amazing. Amazing. And then Journey's Ending, good.
Yeah.
I think it's very good.
I do like when she's like, I'm like the Doctor, but better, because I'm also me.
Well, yeah.
Like, those jokes are great. But it's still a lackluster moment compared to, like, those other moments in previous seasons.
Yeah, I think it is the worst. It's not the worst Russell finale for me, that's Series 3 with the Master. But that might just be my Dalek bias talking.
Yeah.
Because I love whenever a Dalek shows up, and I like the Master.
Really?
But, yeah, Daleks are my favorite.
No way.
Yeah. I'm waiting for a big Weeping Angel finale.
I wish.
Why are they always middle... You could make a finale out of a Weeping Angel. One of Ncudi's finales needs to be, like, this hour-long build-up to a Weeping Angel reveal.
Yes. Oh my god. That would be incredible.
I mean, I also want new monsters, but Russell's gonna bring the new monsters. The Ood are a classic Doctor Who monster now. Russell's got the credit for creating them, even though he didn't write either of their first two stories. They were his idea, his concept. We're gonna get another Ood, probably, but a Weeping Angel would be great. Do you remember End of Time well enough to put it in the ranking? Because technically Donna is in these. And these are relevant because this is when she marries, what's-his-name, Temple. Who's going to be in Star Beast.
Couldn't pick him out of a lineup.
He's the guy. He's the guy that's not Wilf. in all the shots of their living room, in the promo pictures we've seen, he's the one there who isn't Donna or her daughter or her mum.
Yeah.
Or the Doctor.
Yeah.
It's the other one.
Okay, well, how do you feel about them?
End of Time?
Yeah.
All over the place. Literally from scene to scene, it goes from some of my favorite stuff Russell ever did to some of my least favorite stuff. I really love Tan regenerating because he's saving Wilf. I really love the scene where he sits down with Wilf and has... I love every bit Wilf's in. I'm about to list like 5 or 6 scenes that are just the Doctor and Wilf. Anytime it's the Doctor and Wilf, it's 10 out of 10. When it's the Doctor sort of narrowly avoiding Donna and getting these glimpses of Donna's life, having lost her memories, and it's got that edge of tragedy to it, even though she's getting married. I love that.
Yeah.
And I love Timothy Dalton's performance as Rassilon.
Oh my god, I forgot he was in that.
Yes.
Oh man.
For Gallifrey, just spitting as hard as he can. You can see the spit in that because it's caught on the lights. It's amazing.
Ew.
He's so over the top. But then, like, I hate I Don't Want to Go. I hate it. If we get this attitude from 14, I'm going to be annoyed. It's the one thing that could really, I think, wind up pissing me off. And I don't like the way that the beginning of End of Time undercuts the ending of Waters of Mars by adding a time skip and having the Doctor be in a good mood, when at the end of Waters of Mars, he is in the worst mood he's ever been. Because he manipulated the timelines, and Adelaide Brooke shoots herself in order to fix them.
Waters of Mars is so good, too.
It's such a good one. Donna's not in it, which is why it's not here, but it would be in the GOAT.
Yeah.
I don't really like all of the Masters, too. Just, like, a whole bunch of John Sims standing around. This is back... I love John Sims' Master, but I love him, like, in Series 10, when he gets to chill out a little bit.
Yeah.
I think he's wonderful when he doesn't have to do this amped-up performance, and this is the most amped he is. And Part 1's got the scene in the cafe, and Part 1 has the scene where the Doctor takes the gun from Wilf, or is that in part 2? I'm gonna put them both in good.
Yeah.
I just, there we go. They're both in good. I think that's fair. You notice how none of these are bad?
Yeah, no, none of them are bad.
None of them are bad. A lot of people will argue, I think that the stuff we've put in okay should be in bad, and maybe some of the stuff we put in good should be in okay. And to that I say there's a minimum level of enjoyment when you have Catherine Tate and David Tennant together on screen.
Yeah, and to that I say make your own list.
Yeah.
Make your own video.
Can I make an extra... there we go.
You're gonna add a row.
I'm gonna add a row.
What are you gonna call it? Oh, brilliant.
No, wait. How do you spell Montebene?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know how you spell Alonzi. I don't know French. I'm just gonna call it brilliant, because the Doctor does... 10 calls people brilliant. That's not just a Jodie thing. Jodie sort of... I just misspelled brilliant. This is embarrassing on my video. I'm just gonna bump turn left up here real quick. There we go. Alright, okay. I fixed it.
Oh, okay.
Turn left just hits so good. It's so depressing.
You just love to be depressed.
It's so depressing. Well, and like, it even ends in, like, the bad wolf being on everything. Mm-hmm. Does that really make sense when you watch the next few episodes? No. Does it still give me chills now? Yes. I have seen these episodes so many times, and I'm just like, everything says bad wolf on it. What is happening? Every time, anyway. I don't care. So, yeah, that's I'd say that's fair.
Yeah.
Hope everyone found this interesting. We may follow up. We'll see.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Watch all 3 specials get put in Brilliant. That's probably asking for too much.
Probably.
One of them has Beep the Meep. I think that's default GOAT, regardless of how good Star Beast is, actually. Beep the Meep's in it. Goated.
Okay. Sure.
And on that note, see everybody soon.